Hello, my name is Austin, and today I want to talk about something a little different. I've been watching a lot of Gary Vee's videos, and I actually have listened to some of his books. And one of the things that really fascinates me about Gary Vee and the philosophy is how it kind of goes against the standard philosophy that we're taught in school and really through our society. Most of our society's focus on us for success is really about finding a job and then doing that job, even if we don't like doing that job, to maintain the material status and happiness through those possessions. So generally, you're thinking about your house or rent, and then from there, whatever other expenditures after like food and basic utilities that you have, you're using to purchase things to try and give you happiness or pleasure. And I think what's interesting about Gary Vee's philosophy to me and really resonated from his videos is that he's really saying to start by trying to align everything in your life with what your passion is. And if you can kind of dot those, take those little dots that make up your day, like your work, maybe what you're doing after work, whatever your passions are, they all kind of line up to one single focus, then you can really begin to double or triple the amount of progress you can make and value you can add to that specific idea that you're chasing, whatever your passion is that you're pursuing. And what really interests me about this is the idea that you can do it through channeling your expenses and through what you're buying, particularly when it comes to your rent or your home, because that's normally the biggest expenditure. If you go and try to live with a roommate or live in a car or do something that can decrease that rent expense, generally at that point, you're freeing up more of your expenditures, you're living on less, and then you're able to pursue more what your passion is. So what it kind of made me think about is also when it comes to people doing jobs that they don't like. A lot of people, in our country are, working fast food or other minimum wage jobs. And it's interesting how the emphasis on those jobs is you're working something, maybe you're working in a career like you're an accountant and you want to be, doing vlogging or something like that. Like there's other areas too, but generally people are working some job for 8 hours and then they're trying afterward to take extra hours to do something else that they're passionate about. Where I kind of interpret Gary Vee's philosophy is to try and look at your expenditures, how much you're spending on things, and reduce it in a way where you're able to then go out and fully pursue the passion. So maybe instead of working at McDonald's, you can dedicate all your resources on working at a internship for law if you're interested in being a lawyer, or doing some type of internship to be a doctor, or occupational therapy or physical therapy. But whatever it is, you're basically trying to take your time, even if you're making a little bit less money, you're maximizing what you're doing. So you're enjoying those hours of the day and you're getting less back of enjoyment from your material possessions. And I just thought that's a really interesting philosophy, and one that I think is really beneficial to a lot of people, because and so much in our society is just focused on having the status and having your home and working on that and to maintain it, rather than just choosing things that you're passionate about and then over time building up an income from there, and starting at a very low level of material possessions and slowly rising up by having that focus on what your passion is. I hope that is kind of helpful and interesting. Thank you for watching, and please check out the next video. I'm going to explore it a little bit more.